Well, hello. Welcome everybody once again to Kingdom Death Monster. My probably favorite board game. And this is going to be the beginning of a new series on my channel. Now, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I think the last time I played Kingdom Death for you guys was a People of the Sun campaign playthrough. I think it was my People of the Sun playthrough. Anyway, that was a long time ago back on my old laptop, and towards the end of that, my laptop was starting to die at about that time. In Tabletop Simulator, it was rough loading this mod. Well, the old mod, this is a different table. It was rough loading the mod on my laptop. But now we have a new computer, far more advanced than prior, thankfully. And loading Tabletop Simulator is not so bad. So I've been wanting to do a new playthrough. I think last time I played, we weren't even in 1.5 edition rules yet. I was only previewing some of the things we knew about. But let me introduce you to this new series, this idea of mine. I really like Kingdom Death. You got everyone set up already? We're ready to go for the prologue fight as well. The first thing I want to do is thank the person or people that made this table. Eskander. No, that's the other table. Pratsky. Using the Pratsky table. If you guys want to play Kingdom Death Monster yourselves on Tabletop Simulator, which is how we are doing this, you definitely want to find the Pratsky scripted version. I recommend. It's a very good table. Very good table. And we'll also give a shout out early to the community edition table. I'll be pulling resources from for various different things. And of course everyone upload the manuals and all that stuff. So definitely want to do that first and foremost. Now what's happening here? We're gonna do the prologue fight today. And I'm not just gonna ramble on too long, but I want to mention I've been wanting to do a persistent campaign for a while now. And with the recent post from Poots on the Kickstarter, it really got me yearning for more Kingdom Death. I've also been playing not one but two campaigns with my friends currently, so now's the perfect time to do this. We're in 1.5 official. We're going to start with a plain People of the Lantern campaign, but I wanted to make this like an everlasting project for hopefully making a video like once a week, ideally. Maybe once every other week if I get bad and lazy on a week. And I want this to keep going on and evolving. There's a couple things I want to try out. You know, some things I never hear about. The people, they don't seem to use the game over features ever. We're going to be doing a persistent campaign, an evolutionary campaign. I will be tracking lost settlements, and every single settlement we start, every single playthrough, I'm going to call that a season. A season for YouTube, like shooting in this show, playing this game. This is season 1, getting started. Maybe I'll call it season 0. I don't know. It'll be season 1. Fresh settlement, People of the Lantern campaign. We have no expansions. We're on 1.5. Now I want to spice things up, of course. Because if you guys keep up with Kingdom Death, you know Poots is working on the strain system. You can see I have it over here. This is a preview of it that's been uploaded to Tabletop. I figured it would be fun to constantly change the campaign with some fun game over effects. So I made a bunch of note cards for this stuff, and I won't spoil them, but I just want to show this off. When I game over, I'll roll 2 d10s, basically. And we're gonna get 2 new editions every single time. Maybe we'll play a different kind of campaign. Got the whole list of those. Might add a quarry. Might add a challenge scenario, a nemesis. Permanently put in a promo set. So that we'll have that forever. Just for fun and stuff. And then a homebrew item as well, which if you guys know of homebrew items on websites or any resources that has something cool for Kingdom Death, because the homebrew, there's I think 4 things. I won't spoil them now. We'll save that for when I get it, if we get it. But there's not much homebrew that's solidified, so it'd be cool to find more. Send me that information in the comments if you guys don't mind. Anyway, we're starting a new settlement here. Another thing I want to show, instead of using the plastic figures, well, we've got there's a tabletop mod that has all the pinup stuff. So I'm just using the pinup models here, and I'll show them off. And I'll tell you the theme. You know, I'm always video game themed because I guess it's just the way I am. It's easiest to think of names. So we're doing Fire Emblem 1. Or maybe Fire Emblem 3, because I'm going to need more girls, but... Got Kane here, the starting knight. I just chose this guy because he looks cool. Got Belle as well. Lena and Maria. There are 4 starting survivors. Everyone is, you know, one of survival because they're named, and we're all just wearing cloth, and we have a founding stone. So I'm gonna get this gear to recognize our characters. And we're pretty much good to go. This table's kind enough. You know, you put the tiger on the script, and the deck, the prologue deck is already ready. We're gonna do this prologue fight. We're gonna shuffle that up. Claw goes on top. Pulled out Strange Hand already. Shuffle that up. Put that on top. And we're good to go. Before I get started, one more, I guess, shout out or thank you that I want to do because we're going to be using them all for this campaign. Let me put it on now, see what's playing. Yeah, it's my favorite people. I've got some Kirby music. The music might not be always thematic and appropriate for, you know, the themes of Kingdom Death Monster, but I don't care. Nintendo Radio. If you guys don't know these people, it's just a radio station that plays Nintendo music all day, but Nintendo music is, it dodges a lot of the copyright stuff that's all the rage on YouTube and whatnot. So, we're gonna just stick with the Nintendo music. Most of it should be safe and most of it's enjoyable anyway. The next thing I want to mention, I'm going to play with the hardcore, I guess if you want to call it hardcore, but the single player rules. We will not be using the monster controller token. Let me make sure that went in here. Good. It's actually listed in the rules too. If you go to the solo play, it says modification to the rules. And you should one outright change, and that's the change. So it's actually like mandatory. I mean, sometimes I play with it because it's nice to get insanity occasionally, but we won't use it this time. I'm gonna do my best to not make mistakes. I'm gonna be prone to making them because, you know, this game is super complicated. There's a lot to keep in mind. Anyway, why don't we get started? Yeah, I want to mention we're also going to be playing the Rule of Death to a T. And if you read in the rulebook, it specifically states, I don't know what page it's on, I think it's for the monsters. Somewhere here. It might be not on this page, it might be in the survival guide page. The Rule of Death. Anyway, it says to always do your best to move the monster and make the monster do whatever is the worst. for the survivors. Whatever is the worst possible outcome. So I'm gonna do my best to abide by that. And I thought a great way to start things off is this situation here, the beginning of the fight. So this is the White Lion's turn. And we're gonna do Claw. That's his first card. Let's get started on this prologue. Why don't we? So pick target, closest threat, facing in range. That's everybody. When there's multiple targets, we get to choose. But because of the rule of death, we want to choose the most disadvantageous player. And I have to see here based on the movements. I'm going to be doing my normal movement thing. This person is actually the most disadvantageous because the lion's backside will not be vulnerable to anyone else, and he'll also be in front of two people. This one is not as good because his backside is vulnerable to this guy. So we're gonna have the lion target Maria. And we've got speed 2, 2+ accuracy. I'm not gonna be using these auto dice. I'm gonna say right now, I like these. This doesn't count. I like these, but sometimes, like that was a good spin. Sometimes they don't spin really good. Sometimes they do really ghetto. They'll like do I don't know how to like demonstrate it. They'll like hardly move at all. Anyway, let me copy this actually. I'll be rolling all the dice myself because what I like to do, I shouldn't use strictly black. I like to hit our really good roll. I think it's probably the best way to go about it. So I'm just going to add dice as I need them. I'm not going to dedicate dice to different characters so we don't have a bunch of goddamn dice lying around. Anyway, the other thing I'm going to need is this die. I'll make at least 4 of these because that's how many comes in the game box. So yeah, let's get started here. White Lion. I'll try and keep the camera at some nice angles too. It's so much easier to play like this, so I might get carried away like this, but occasionally I'll try and show the people at least so you guys can see the cool figures. You know, while the standees are cool facing forward, they're just flat facing up top. Anyway, the lion has 2 hits with the claw. Hitting the hand and the foot of Maria. I think I'm gonna let Maria take both of them. So arms, legs, and move this. Right, I don't. I'm used to playing with my friends. I don't have to hit the clear button there. I just want to move the dice. It is the survivor's turn. Alright, let me think here. We know Strange Hand is on top. I will capitalize on that. I'll give it to a Bell. Why not? I'm gonna have a Bell move first. Bring him over here. We're gonna throw his Founding Stone. So I'm just gonna delete that. For those who don't know, Founding Stone, you can spend an action, throw it from anywhere. Automatic hit, automatic crits if there's a critical spot, otherwise it just causes a wound. And we hit the Strange Hand, which we knew, so we're gonna cause a wound. And I'm gonna spend my survival to treasure this moment forever and gain a permanent strength on a Bell, which is cool for me. And I kind of want to make these characters matter for all these campaigns. So I want to try and keep notes and keep track of stuff if I can. Let's see. Treasured moment. Lion hand critted. Great deed. Truly a great deed for a Bell. Alright, a Bell's over there, so he took his turn. Let me turn the music down a bit. The song seems particularly loud for some reason. I know for me it's louder in my ears than for you guys. I want to make sure I can hear myself talk. Alright. We'll have Maria go next. Get her out of the way. The lion's face. Fix the spacing here. And we'll have Maria swing her founding stone. Hits on 7s. We have 1 hit. Maria's going for the fuzzy groin. We're gonna roll this die here. Do we cause a wound? Which I didn't set this up yet. The basic lion. That was a 6. That's a 6/6. You keep track of this stuff. So we do cause a wound, not a critical wound. So it's a 6. But good for Maria. Okay, we're gonna set up Lena now. I'm gonna have her come this way. Leave her there in particular. And then Lena will use her founding stone. Alright, Lena didn't score any hits. So 2 misses. That's Maria, Lena, and we'll have Kane. There's not much to do in the tutorial line except to fight it. We'll have Kane go over there and swing twice. 2 hits for Kane. What do we have? Fleshy Gut, Beast Knee. Some pretty good locations on the top here. Alright, I'm gonna go for the knee first, it's safer. Get that out of the way. We rolled a 2, so we failed. No damage on the knee, and roll for the Fleshy Gut. 6. 6 and 1 is 7. We'll get a nice wound on the Fleshy Gut. No failure reaction. Alright, that's all of us, so it'll be the next round. Oh yeah, I guess that won't work because of the monster controller thing. Tell you what, let me leave this out here. We're gonna ignore the monster controller, but the script is nice to have for flipping the lantern. Just pretend that card doesn't exist. Anyway, Lion Grasp. Nobody's knocked down. Closest survivor in range is a 3-way tie. The most disadvantageous one to get grabbed. I don't know who would be the most disadvantageous one. It's possible it's Lena, because it'll get the lion away from a bell. So we're gonna go after Lena. 1 dice on grass. Move and attack targets. So we're gonna turn to face Lena. That is a definite hit. It's my hit locations. Lena is getting hit on her body. Alright, I don't want her to get grabbed, so we're gonna dodge this one. On that survival. Cancel that attack, basically. Alright. Thus ending this card. So, survivor's turn. I'm gonna go with Lena first, get her in the blind spot. And have Lena use a founding stone. I have no hits, unfortunate. Alright, we'll have Kane go next. Kane has 2 hits. Where's Lena? There, Kane is activated. 2 hits. Got some ribs, we've got some paw. Alright, ribs are good, paw's bad. I'll do ribs first. Okay, nice. We got a 9. That is a wound. We don't have any understanding, so... Who's this? Is Kane? Kane doesn't realize the ribs are cracking. Not quite smart yet. Now for the paw. I have a feeling it's going to turn out. It's okay. 5 and 1 for the founding stone is 6. So we do match the toughness. Paul's a lucky man. Or Kane. Calling it Paul because I was playing Paul in my friend's campaign we played earlier today. And 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna move Kane over there. We're gonna let a bell come in next. Let's go, Bell. Alright, no hits for a bell. His turn's over, and then Maria, we'll just leave her where she is. And go after this guy. We have a 7, that's 1 hit. Maria hits the clever ploy. Alright, I'm kind of a veteran for Kingdom Death, so I should have said this before we got started, but when it comes to like hunt events and stuff, I'm gonna get to the nitty gritty of the story. If you guys are interested in more lore-based things, these won't be the playthroughs for you, because I'm gonna be trying to get these hunts done in like 2 hours tops. This one shouldn't take too long because it's prologue. Anyway, clever ploy. Attacker is doomed. Lion is smacking him twice. Hitting that foot twice too. Who was this? This was Maria's getting smacked. Well, that's not good. She's actually taking a severe leg injury. He'll be knocked down. We'll be rolling on the chart. I will roll the dice. I don't want to use the auto things. I mean, we're gonna need to. Let me do this now. We'll get 2 hunt die for me to use. We'll get a severe die for me to use. I'll just leave it there. Tell you what, let me do this. This doesn't count. I'm just doing it to... Sometimes this thing does weird stuff. Sometimes. I don't know why that happened. I just did that so I could clear the list. Man, it like copied 3 cards over? Did I break the script? Let me say. Rest assured, this script is normally really good. I don't know what's going on at the moment. Anyway, hold up. I just want to make sure we've got Hoarder, Secretive, and Hemophobic. Before I delete these, just want to make sure it copied those. Alright, we're going to ignore that. I roll my own dice. We're suffering a leg injury. Alright, we have 3. Gain 2, bleeding 2. Maria is bleeding. Pretty bad. I'm gonna put these over here. And shuffle up this hit location deck. Alright, so she was the last one to go. Excuse me. That means it is the lion's move. He's gonna chomp on the closest threat facing in range, which is actually Kane. The lion's gonna move to here, and Maria will suffer collision with the monster and get knocked back 5. Alright, chomp. 1 dice always hits the head. Not that bad. It hits the head. Are we taking 1 on the head? Who's this? This is Kane. Kane is... We'll take it. We'll take it for now. I'll save it for more emergency. Alright, so that's the AI card. Maria gets back up. And it is the survivor's move. Maria is looking decently wounded. I don't mind if someone dies here, so... I might make it the girl. Hold on a second. I was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I knew I did that wrong. She can't get around. I won't leave her in the face of the line. We're gonna have her move over here. That will be Maria's turn. I can't pick up Kane, so I'll just activate him now to get him done and over with. We'll have a Bell attack from the side. A Bell's the guy who's using Fist and Tooth. You know what? We'll have Lena go first from the side. See if I can't turn this lion over. There's 2 and a 5. That's no hits. I don't want to risk charging the lion forward, so we'll have a Bell go now. It's a pretty poor turn. Do have a perfect hit though, so 1 hit. And it is a reflex. I'm glad I didn't move. Stayed put. Alright, no wound caused, but reflex. So the lion will make a full move. 5, 6. Over here, like so. And not grab anybody, because I'm smart and didn't get behind him. That'll be it for the survivors. None of the Lion's cards are too bad. We got rid of the worst ones, so that's pretty good. Claw. Closest threat facing. No one is in his facing. Closest threat in field of view. That's one of these two. It's a tie. I don't think there's a difference between either or. So, move and attack. Target. The Lion's lucky this doesn't target in range, otherwise they'd be out of range. So, Lion comes in, and he is in range all of a sudden. We have 2 hits, typical. Hits on the 2. Head and leg, I didn't pick. Who would be the worst, right? I guess it would have been the one that's wounded the most. Both of them are untouched. Then he'll go after the buffed person. So, what are we getting hit on? Head and leg. Right, it would be the worst for him because he has no survival. Lion is really scratching at their legs. What is going on? Alright, a bell's knocked down. Kane is back up. And it is the survivor's turn. I'm gonna have Lena go first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to go over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell you what, we'll have Kane go first. Let me undo that. Have Kane attack and then he can move out of the way. 2 and a 3. Kane's doing us no good. 1, 2, 4. I'm gonna move him down there. Now have Lena go. Not up. 4, 5 down. There we go. She'll attack. 2 9s, so 2 hits. Alright, femur, paw. Paw's bad. Femur good. We'll do it left or right. It's always going to be left or right for me. But I guess I should mention that so everyone can keep up. 2 on a femur. That's a fail. Nothing bad happens. Alright, when the dice gets cracked like this, I'm going to abide by Tabletop Simulator's judgment. When you hover over, it tells you what it's landed on. So that's a 5. 5 and 1 is 6. You succeed. Don't have to worry about the beast paw. Alright, Maria is last. If it runs over a bell, runs over a bell. Have Maria go. Hey, maybe she'll hit the trap again and die. I'm not opposed to someone dying. Alright, she missed, so it is the Lion's turn because the bell's knocked down. We have Chomp. Man, if I could crit the jaw with the next hit location, we could scum for this if I'm lucky. And just have infinite insanity survivor right off the bat. Anyway. Closest threat facing, no one. Closest threat field of view. That is a 2 tie? Tie of 2. Maria is the weakest, but it hits her head. It won't get her. So I don't think it matters. It'll go after Maria. Yeah, I don't think it's advantageous either way. For anyone who's curious, when you're in the blind spot, you are still considered a threat, you're just not in line of sight. I know someone's going to ask that question, but it does target, unless it says in field of view, which this one does say in field of view, so never mind, it doesn't target her, it has to go after Lena. Cards that say closest threat there, they can hit the blind spot. Future proofing. Alright. Lion chomps. Lion does get Lena's head in his mouth. Lena, I guess she's taking it to the head. She already dodged. Alright, so Lena's down. Actually, I hope I get rid of that card, I guess. Then again, I could let someone die. Intentionally. I don't want to, like, game the game. I want to try to avoid gaming it too hard. We'll see. I don't know. I'm going to do whatever I feel like. I don't know what I feel like doing. Playing King of Death Monster for the most part. It is our move. Let's have a bell. We'll have a bell go. I don't think it matters who goes first here. Let me get these dice off the table. That was a perfect hit and another hit. I just pull the die out. Let me roll these down here. Got all this space to use. Alright, so Lion's Dick and the Lion's Temple. We'll go for the Dick first. A 7, that is a wound. Very good. Alright. Ruin the Dick. No crits though in this fight. Second location. Makes that weird sound effect coming off this table. We succeed against the temple as well. Nice job, Abel, doing some stabbing. I guess I won't let someone die intentionally here. Maybe I'll roll high and we can go for early society principle. Especially if we get love juice. Well, Maria. Actually, you know what? Who's Fist and Toothin'? Kane, right? Oh, Abel was Fist and Toothin'. Well, I did roll high enough for both. That 9 is actually a crit. Alright, see, I need to pay attention to this stuff. So the blow walloped the lion's head and he has this persistent injury. Don't overly care about critting that location. I would have rather had me a fuzzy groin. Alright, whatever. We'll have Maria go finish him off. I'll actually Fist and Tooth. We'll do Fist and Tooth because I might be able to crit. We have one hit in the blind spot, and it's the neck. Alright, she got a 6. 6 natural does hit the toughness, so that is a wound. And Maria just punched the lion dead. You know what? I might keep track of kills, too. It can be in great deed. So, I'm gonna say Y and the number for year. Or I guess I can do LY, Lantern Year. Monster kill. Why not? I want to keep track of some fun stuff. Anyway, let's reap our benefits. So we killed the white lion. I'm going to put him in the middle. Everyone here is okay. We're going to gather them up and move them to the side. Now I'm going to try to do what I usually do on my videos in my old series. We're going to do like one hunt per video and call that an episode. I'll plan out everything that I want to do during the settlement phase and then show you guys what all I decided to do for the settlement. We get 4 monster for basic resource. See what we got here. We got one of everything. Okay, cool. Eye of Cat. I could go for a Cat Eye Circlet. Very strong. When I get this, a random survivor gains an insanity. Alright. I'm gonna do my usual thing for random survivors. Left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 will be a reroll. So 1, 2, we get 1 insanity on Kane. Kane picked up that hand and started thinking, man, this is disturbing. It's a human hand. Now, actually, it doesn't really look that human-like in this picture, because it's got like the padding too. I don't know, I guess it's kind of human-like. It's got the human knuckles and stuff. Holding this fills you with sadness. Pain is feeling sad. Let's heal our people. They get a hunt experience. as well. What am I doing? Hunt XP, heal, and reset. No one died, so flawless victory. Good job, guys. I know it's just a prologue, but it's not bad to lose someone during the prologue. Maria's legs are feeling better. She's lucky. Really lucky, honestly. I thought she was gonna have a bad injury already. Let me leave these here. Alright, we'll move this stuff to the settlement storage. And I need to pick up the lions so I don't break the scripts or anything. Alright. When we do the victory thing, so our survivors return, we name the settlement, and then the returning survivors gain 1 survival back. So we're gonna name the settlement. I don't have a fancy name planned, but like I said, this is gonna be Fire Emblem 1 themed, so I'm just gonna call it Altea. Welcome to Altea. Population 4 that's about to increase, survival limit is 1. Next thing we do, we get our endeavors. We have 4 endeavors, and we do the first day settlement event. I'm not gonna read the card to you guys, you just roll a die. Got a good result. We have 10 unnamed survivors in the settlement. I'm gonna pull them out now, I'll name them later. We'll introduce you to... They're all gonna be Fire Emblem 1 people. But it's a pretty good start, because we could push for 8, 9, and I could push for, what do you call it? I'm trying to think. The principal, the society principal. Anyway, this is archived from the deck. Because I'm going to be doing a persistent campaign here, and I can't touch that table over there. That table does stuff. It turns you shit in the buttons. We'll put the archive cards up here by the monsters. Anything that's gone. Alright, so that happened. No one died, no milestones are checked, and it's time to do the... Oh yeah, we have to update the timeline. So welcome to Lantern Year 1, guys. It's a pleasure to start a new campaign. We're gonna do Returning Survivors, and then I'll probably park it there while I decide what all I'm gonna do. Alright, so we want to nominate someone to speak the first words. First words, I'll nominate, who got the kill? Maria. Maria is speaking the first word. She gains a courage. Great deeds. Spoke the first words. Alright, because I know what's going to happen, she's also going to get an understanding and she needs to skip the next hunt. Alright, so we get the innovation deck, we get language, everyone can now encourage, and our survival limit increases by 1. If you're playing this tabletop mod, the 6 language innovations are already pulled out for you, the 6 consequences, so the deck's already built, and are ready to go. Thanks to that. Survival limit is now 2. I'm gonna have to set that on everybody. I'll do that off screen. We'll get her now. So yeah, that's all of that stuff. And then we can do the settlement phase. I'm just gonna set her to the side since she's skipping the hunt. And we'll call it there. I'll figure out everything I'm doing, as usual, how I want to spend my resources. Probably just gonna skip innovating and make a bunch of stuff. I may want to, I don't know. I just want to mess around with some things that normally don't mess around. This what I want to do with this persistent campaign. Something cool. I didn't show you guys this yet, but the one other thing I made is... Where is it? This one. Achievements list. I have some ideas in mind, but if I ever make a grand accomplishment or something that seems like a big feat, I'm gonna add it to this list. Like I said, I have some ideas for what should go onto the lifetime campaign achievements. I won't spoil anything. Just some personal objectives that I want to try and accomplish with this game before I kick the bucket. But anyway, I can tell you one thing I'm definitely going to do. 3 endeavors is definitely being spent. I always do this just to get it out of the way. I don't know if this is the best thing to do. I'm actually curious. Cost 1 endeavor to build the Bonesmith Skinnery and Organ Grinder. Do you guys always build these 3 buildings at first, or do you use some endeavors to like shared experience? The shared experience only needs language, not symposium and 1.5, right? That's just the exhausted horde. I always thought it needed symposium. It just needs language. So yeah, we have our 3 key buildings for the last endeavor. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I might make some stone noses. Rather partial to them. I think they're pretty good early game. Could sack an augury chance. I might just hope I get a love juice. Realistically, what I'm making here is a rawhide set, a weapon, monster grease, and another weapon. Probably. We can get more claws later. I'm tempted to keep the white fur. I don't normally build the full white line armor set, but maybe I will. You know, everyone says it sucks, and it's probably not as good as other ones, but alright. And this, I may as well make a cat eye circlet. We can try hard on the first playthrough. We'll see. I will plan all this out. I'll set it up like I usually do. I'll put everything in the middle, get the gear out. And we'll be ready to go on the hunt for the next year. We'll get everybody named. I'll update the survival limits, you know. Thanks for watching, everybody. I've been looking forward to playing Kingdom Death, even though this was just a prologue match. It's a lot of fun. Really fun. I am fucking hooked on this crazy game. I can't wait for all the new content. I look forward to, if they hopefully make it to Tabletop Simulator, playing with all that stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching once again. Hope you guys look forward to the next Lantern Year 1.